Something inside you is shifting, and you can feel it. It's subtle, almost invisible, but undeniable. A pulse under your thoughts, a quiet energy that tells you you are no longer the same. Life might look ordinary on the outside, but on the inside something extraordinary is awakening. People may not notice yet, maybe not even you fully notice it, but it's there, and if you pay attention you'll see the signal. The hidden sign that you are becoming powerful, not in the way the world measures power, but in the way that truly changes everything. By the end of this video, you'll know how to recognize this force, how to move with it, and how to avoid the mistakes that make most people ignore it until it's too late. What you feel right now is just the beginning. You'll notice it first in your focus. Suddenly, distractions that once hijacked your mind feel meaningless. Noise, drama, and chaos no longer command your attention. But there's a strange side effect. The more you ignore the trivial, the more the world tests you. Things that seemed simple yesterday now appear as obstacles. And in that test lies the hidden signal. The truth is, your mind is being trained without your conscious permission. Every moment you resist the pull of nonsense, every time you choose clarity over reaction, you're unknowingly building a force that will change the way you operate forever. But what comes next is even more revealing, because it's not just your focus that is shifting. Something deeper is stirring, something you haven't noticed yet. And it's about to make everything you thought you knew feel incomplete. You'll sense it in the way people respond to you. Some glance your way, trying to measure you, while others step back, wary without reason. You might not see it immediately, but subtle tension begins to appear around you. And here's the twist. Those who resist it, those who cannot adjust, are actually showing you a secret truth. The world is reacting to your energy before you even act. Your presence alone is altering dynamics. It's not obvious and it's not loud. But if you pay attention, you'll see who can walk alongside you and who cannot. And that observation unlocks a doorway few notice, because the next shift isn't about others. It's about how you decide to wield this unseen influence. But how do you wield it without breaking it? That's where most people fail. Then there's the shift inside your thoughts. Decisions that once felt heavy now land effortlessly. Solutions appear before problems seem urgent. You start trusting a voice you've ignored for years, one that whispers when no one else is listening. But this is where it gets dangerous. The mind loves shortcuts, and power without discipline is fragile. If you chase the feeling of strength, if you try to prove it too soon, it disappears. The hidden signal isn't a gift, it's a test. It rewards patience, observation, and subtle persistence. And when you finally understand how this works, the clarity you feel will make everything you believed about effort and success feel irrelevant. But there's a secret twist in this pattern, a piece that changes the way you interact with time itself. And noticing it could make the difference between temporary strength and lasting power. Challenges take on a new meaning. The friction that used to break you now sharpens you. Problems that once seemed crushing now feel like puzzles meant to stretch your mind and energy. But here's the catch. As your power grows, the challenges grow too, often without warning. They appear in forms you've never faced, in places you thought were safe. And it's not accidental. Every test is a mirror, reflecting the parts of yourself that are ready to rise and the parts still clinging to comfort. If you misread the signal, if you let frustration dominate, you waste the opportunity. But if you pay attention, the friction itself becomes a tool, a code you can learn to read. And once you do, a door opens that most people never even see. What lies beyond that door is the secret no one will tell you. Until you step through, you'll notice your energy shifting in ways you can't fully explain. Ordinary conversations no longer drain you. Crowds, noise, even routine demands feel lighter. You start creating results with less effort, moving through life like someone who understands rules most people never see. And yet the world seems to test this silently. Subtle resistance emerges. Small tensions that don't seem important until you step back. Then it clicks. These moments are signals, markers of influence, signs that your power is real even if it's hidden. But here's the part most people miss. The moment you try to claim it too early, the energy shifts. Real influence isn't performed, it's lived. And the consequences of misunderstanding this lesson are subtle, yet profound. Even more revealing is how the world measures your growth. Doors that once opened easily begin to close. People who once supported you now hesitate. And suddenly every step forward requires discernment. Resistance is no longer an obstacle, it's proof. Proof that you are no longer ordinary. Proof that your rise is inevitable. Proof that the world is finally aligning to your level of energy and focus. And now the question becomes, Will you rise fully or retreat into old patterns? The answer is closer than you think, but it demands something you might not expect, something that feels risky at first, yet could define your life forever. Then there's the quiet confirmation, the signal almost no one recognizes. It shows up in subtle confidence, in energy that doesn't demand attention but commands it. You move through the day with fewer doubts, fewer fears, and yet each step feels like a test. You may notice moments of clarity that almost feel like luck, but they're not. They are signs that your mind and energy are aligning, preparing you for influence that cannot be taken away. And as this awareness grows, so does the weight of responsibility. Not the kind that crushes, but the kind that transforms. And if you ignore it, it doesn't vanish, it waits. Patient. Testing. Ready to escalate in ways that reveal your true capacity, whether you're prepared or not. Every layer you peel back brings a new revelation. Every observation, every choice, every subtle reaction is a code waiting to be understood. And the deeper you look, the more you see the patterns in life that were invisible before. You are learning to move with them rather than against them. You are becoming the kind of presence that quietly shifts outcomes without effort, the kind that people sense but cannot articulate. And yet one final truth remains unspoken, a realization that changes everything about what it means to be powerful. If you fail to grasp it, the signal fades. If you understand it, you never go back. And that truth is, the hidden signal of power is subtle, almost invisible. It is not about noise, flash, or recognition. It is about clarity, energy, and influence that grows quietly yet relentlessly. You notice it in your focus, your decisions, your interactions, and your presence. You notice it in resistance, friction, and tension. You notice it in subtle tests life throws your way. These are all proof you are becoming powerful whether you feel ready or not. And the ultimate insight, this power isn't given, it's revealed. It unfolds in layers, in moments, in choices. Your growth is undeniable. Your energy is undeniable. Your life is beginning to respond to a level of alignment that most people never reach. And once you recognize this, you realize that the signal you've been feeling is not temporary. It is the beginning of a life that operates on influence, focus, and clarity, far beyond what you imagined. If this connected with you, thank you for watching until the end. Like and subscribe. Every insight here is a step toward the version of yourself that few see coming, and every choice you make now shapes the power you are meant to inhabit. This isn't just a signal, it's the beginning of your rise.